There's a reason this candy is almost impossible to eat just one of. That perfect snap, that creamy peanut butter center, that smooth chocolate melt, it's not an accident. Every single Reese's peanut butter cup you've ever eaten was engineered, tested, and perfected, down to the smallest detail. And here's something crazy. Over 20,000 pounds of these are produced every single day. That's millions of cups, leaving the factory, non-stop. So how does something so simple become one of the most addictive snacks in the world? Today, we're going deep inside the factory to uncover the full process. And along the way, you'll discover a mistake that changed the flavor forever. Before massive factories, before conveyor belts and machines, there was just one man, H.B. Reese, a former dairy farmer with a big family to support. 16 children, yeah, 16. In 1928, working from a small basement kitchen, he created a simple candy, chocolate and peanut butter. He called it the penny cup. Simple, cheap, delicious. But what he didn't know was that this tiny homemade candy would one day turn into a multi-billion-dollar empire. Today, Reese's is produced inside one of the most advanced chocolate factories in the world, and it all still starts with the same thing: peanuts. Welcome to Georgia, the peanut capital of the United States. This is where the journey begins. Endless fields, stretching for miles, producing millions of tons of peanuts every year. But here's the thing. Peanuts don't grow like you think. They grow underground, which means harvesting them is a completely different process. Massive machines roll across the fields, pulling entire plants out of the soil, flipping them upside down, and exposing the peanuts to sunlight. Why? Because they need to dry. For about 2 to 3 days, they sit under the sun, reducing moisture, preventing mold, and improving shelf life. Too wet, they rot. Too dry, they lose flavor. Everything has to be perfectly controlled. Once ready, the peanuts are separated from the plants, cleaned roughly in the field, and then transported to processing facilities. Before anything else happens, these peanuts go through a serious cleaning process. We're talking multiple stages. Vibrating sifters remove dirt and debris. Air blowers eliminate light particles. Powerful magnets extract metal fragments. Yes, even tiny pieces of metal. Because in a factory producing millions of candies, there's no room for error. Only the cleanest, highest quality peanuts move forward. Now comes the moment that defines everything: roasting. The peanuts enter massive tunnel ovens heated to around 289 degrees Fahrenheit, 143 degrees Celsius, for over 30 minutes. But here's where Reese's does something different. They over-roast their peanuts. And this wasn't planned. Years ago, a roasting machine malfunctioned. The peanuts were exposed to more heat than intended. Normally, that would ruin the batch. But instead, it created a deeper, richer, more intense flavor. And that mistake became the signature taste of Reese's. Even today, they still follow that exact roasting style. After roasting, the peanuts move through a system that removes their thin skins. They're polished, cleaned again, until they're smooth and golden. Then, a small but important step: salt, not just for taste, but to enhance the natural sweetness and balance the flavor. Then comes grinding. Massive industrial machines crush the peanuts into a thick, coarse paste. This is raw peanut butter, but not the final version. To transform this into Reese's filling, more ingredients are added: sugar, hydrogenated oils, emulsifiers. These ingredients do something critical. They stabilize the mixture so it doesn't separate, doesn't become oily, and stays perfectly smooth. Then it's processed again at speeds of over 9,000 revolutions per minute. That's incredibly fast. This step creates the iconic texture, not too smooth, not too crunchy, but perfectly in between. Thick, creamy, slightly grainy. Exactly how Reese's fans love it. While the peanut butter is being perfected, chocolate is going through its own transformation. It starts with cocoa beans, roasted and ground into liquid chocolate, then mixed with sugar, milk, cocoa butter. This creates something called chocolate crumb. It looks rough, almost like sand, but then it's refined, smoothed, crushed, mixed, and sent into a conche machine, where it's stirred for hours. This removes bitterness and creates a silky texture. Finally, tempering, a precise heating and cooling process that gives chocolate its shine, snap, melt-in-your-mouth feel. This is what makes Reese's chocolate so satisfying to bite into. Now everything comes together. Thousands of paper cups are placed into trays, moving rapidly along conveyor belts. Then, liquid chocolate is deposited into each cup, a perfect base layer. The conveyor vibrates slightly, spreading the chocolate evenly. No bubbles, no imperfections, just smooth consistency. Next, the peanut butter filling is shaped into plugs. Each one is dropped precisely into the center of the chocolate base. This is where balance matters most. Too much peanut butter? It overpowers the chocolate. Too little? It loses its identity. So every single piece is measured perfectly. Then, another layer of chocolate is poured on top, sealing everything inside. The cups enter a massive cooling tunnel, over 30 feet long, at around 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius. Inside, the chocolate hardens, the filling sets, and the structure becomes solid. This is what gives Reese's that iconic bite. Once cooled, the cups are removed from molds, paired together, and wrapped in their signature bright orange packaging. And here's something insane. The factory can package up to 900 packs per minute. That's thousands every hour. From a small basement experiment to one of the most recognizable candies on Earth, Reese's has come a long way, and now you've seen every step behind it. So next time you take a bite, you won't just taste chocolate and peanut butter. You'll see the farms, the machines, the process behind it all. Which do you prefer, classic Reese's cups or the mini ones? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more deep dives inside the world's most fascinating factories.